So hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. This is Farrah's Fabulous Corner. I'm Farrah. So I decided for my first video to do the new YouTuber tag. So I have my phone here so you'll see me looking at it. So I'm going to answer some questions and then at the end I'll add a few questions of my own. So the first question is, what is your name? So my name's Blair Alexandria Farrah Cobb. And my first name is hyphenated. Fun fact for all those who didn't know. So where are you from? I am from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. That's outside of Pittsburgh, in a small town. How tall are you? I'm about 4.5. You know, a cute size. How many siblings do you have? I have 4 brothers and 6 sisters, so I am one of 11. What are your hobbies? I love to read. I love to sing. I love to dance. All kinds of dance. I love to do yoga. I like to collect things. I collect mugs. That's random, but one day I'll have to show you my mug collection. I collect like throw blankets. They're all very soft and fluffy and all different colors, so lots of little, hobbies and collectibles that I have. Is this your first channel? Yes, this is my first channel, and I'm super excited. I wanted to do one for a while. So what is your channel about? So I wanted to start a channel about lots of different things. It's going to be a fun and exciting place. You can always come here and catch a good story, a good laugh, or just kind of a place to uplift yourself. I'll be doing some makeup tutorials. I'll be doing, showing you how to put on lashes, how to do some box braids, show you my hair journey, show you some of the skincare routines that I do, some of the products I use. I always get some questions about what's my skincare routine, so I'll be showing some of those different things. So why should anyone subscribe to my channel? That's a good question. Because it's me. You have to decide the one for yourself. Okay. What inspired you to start making videos? And then also the other one is, where do you see yourself and your channel in 5 years? That's a heavy question. But I see myself, I'm engaged. Just throw that out there. So in 5 years, hopefully I'll be married and, post quarantine. Come on, quarantine. But I'll be married. I already have 3 beautiful future stepchildren, so we will hopefully be enlarging our family. I am a doctoral student at Point Park in the community engagement program, so hopefully I'll be Dr. Cobb at that time. Technically Dr. Korf, but we're going to say Dr. Cobb. But so those are a couple of different things that we can see in the future. So let's see. I'll do 2 more questions. So what are your goals when it comes to YouTube? So my goal is to really just connect with people and my little BFFs. So I said Blair's fabulous followers, but those are really, I love meeting new people and I love having conversations. I love listening to people's story, and I think that everyone has a unique story to share and a unique opportunity to touch and really just gather information from others and just be that positive light. So hopefully that's what I can do with this platform. And the last question, any advice for new YouTubers? My advice is to just go ahead and do it. If it's something that you've wanted to do, my lip gloss is sticking together. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whatever platform, Facebook Live, if you want to start a page, go ahead and do that, because what are you waiting for? And there's definitely, I really believe that there's somebody that deserves to hear what you have to say, and someone's waiting on your story. They're waiting for you to share. That way they can really be impacted for the better. So those are all the questions that I'm going to go through, but the ones I wanted out of my own. So we're going to do some segments where I have story times. And guys, let me tell you right now, I have some really interesting and intense stories. So we're going to have some story time. I want to know kind of some things that you want to see. I'll do some vlogging. I'll do a day in the life, different things. I'm always on the move. So there's really a lot of, a variety of things that I can do. Also, if you have some requests for things you want to see, go ahead and put them in the comments. Like I said, I'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be doing some crafts. I love making like baskets and little like treat bags and things like that. So I used to sell Mary Kay, so I still have a lot of Mary Kay inventory. So those would be mainly my giveaways. So it's lots of lipsticks and lip glosses and skincare products, and they're all very quality products. But I have a lot of them in my hands, so what better opportunity than to use them for giveaways? So that's really all I wanted to come on and do for just the first video. And I wanted to give you a snippet, small bit of story time, okay? So let me just get into story mode. so let's start with story number 1. So this will be a 3-part series, okay? So I mean, it's gonna sound a little bit doom and gloom, but this is about the 3 times where I almost died, okay? Growing up, some of my siblings, as beautiful as they are, used to call me Amelia Bedelia. I don't know if you guys have read the childhood book, Amelia Bedelia, but she would kind of do like really obvious things. Like they'd be like, you know, go out there and, you know, beat the log or something, you know, it was just like a pun or something. It wasn't a literal sense, or like go change, you know, spit the bob or hit the light. And she would physically like go do it, like literally do it. And they'd be like, oh, Amelia, like that's how the books were. That was pretty much a terrible description of the books, but if those who know, you know, okay? But anyway, so that's what some people would call me, and I'm like, you know what? Because sometimes I do things that were kind of obvious. But I will tell you about, I had to really brace myself. So the first part, I'll say, I was studying abroad. So for those who don't know, my senior year, I went to a beautiful women's college, never girls' school, but a beautiful women's college in South Hadley, Massachusetts, called Mount Holyoke. And while I was there, I had the opportunity to study abroad. So I was in Canterbury, England, and it was really awesome. I had some beautiful housemates, and it was really nice. It was really beautiful. So while I was there, I decided I was going to, you know, join the cheerleading squad because I did cheerleading in college. I was actually like the cheer captain at my college. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just, you know, join this cheerleading team, right? So, you know, I auditioned. I made the cheerleading squad. And I don't even remember. Oh, they also had like a competition team as well. But I mean, I was only there short term, so I wasn't allowed to compete. Just based on how it was with like the limited amount of months I was going to be in town. So anyways, so I joined this university cheer team, and we cheered for the football team. That's a story for another day. But it was a great experience. It was a great way to make friends and to make those connections. So one night while I was out at, I want to say, I don't know if it was the banquet or the dinner. I can't remember the details. But I was on the bus, and it was time for me to get off of my stop. And I think I had fallen asleep or something had happened, and I had missed. Meanwhile, I was always very aware. I had looked up, and I was like, oh no, I missed my stop. Except for, guys, I had not missed my stop. So I got off, and I was at a stop too early. So it's dark. It's not the middle of the night, but it was pitch black. I was in England. I did not know where I was. And I was like, it was windy. It had to be the worst storm outside ever. And I'm outside walking, and I was like, Lord Jesus, please, God, please. So I'm outside walking in this darkness, and I have my phone, my flashlight, and I'm turning my flashlight on my phone, and all of a sudden I'm in this big, like, open field. And I'm like, oh, I think I know where I am. I thought I was in this, like, field where they played soccer or something, some type of sport. And I was like, wait, I think this is the field behind where I live. Like, they had these little courthouses that were it was all very cute, very chic. These little courthouses all kind of together. I think it was called Marley Court, but we were all kind of together in the courthouses. And then there was this little courthouses, the houses. Then there was this little, you know, looked like a little creek, nothing major. that kind of separated it, and there was a fence. So when I put my flashlight on and I was in this open field, I was like, okay, I see the fence. Oh, okay, I'm not too far away. So I'm like, okay, I could either like keep walking and wandering in this grass in this field in this windy weather, or, mind you, it started to rain, or I could just, you know, take a little shortcut. So I'm like, okay, this little creek can't be too bad. So I'm thinking, okay, let me just walk up to this little creek. I'm gonna finesse it. I'm gonna walk across. You know, there we go. Boom. I'm at the courtyard on the cement. Much to my dismay, that is not how it went down. So let me rewind and tell everybody how I thought I was cute. I had this outfit on. I had on this nice top. I had on this bodycon skirt. And for anyone knows about bodycon is very unforgiving. So it was very, I'll say shapely, but it was also restricting in that same manner. So I had these wedges on. Okay, so I didn't have on heels, but wedges. But imagine wedges with, you know, a button-down shirt and a bodycon skirt. So I'm walking on uneven ground, and, you know, little Amelia thought it would be cute to just cross the creek to get to the other side. Literally, why did the little girl cross the road? Anyways, to get to the other side. Okay, no joke. Okay, all right, tough crowd. All right, anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'll just go across. It will be easy peasy. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I look down. So I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I'm like, okay, obviously, I can't keep my shoes on. I don't want to mess up my shoes. And I'm like, I have this purse on my arm like this, right? And I'm like, I don't want to mess up my phone. So I put my phone in my bag. I take off my shoes. Yes, I know. I took off my shoes and I put them in my purse. I zip them up and I'm like, you know what? I'm out here now. I'm just going to cross this little creek, get to the other side. Except for I went to step down into this little creek to get across, and it was deceptive because it was pitch black. So I basically took my first step and fell down into a ditch, and it was like mud. But the mud was like sinking sand, but it was mud. So here I am. If you can picture this, this is not funny. But if you can picture this, me, you know, trying to stay calm, in this ditch, but there's water in it. I don't know what's in this water. It's also like, I'm thinking it's a little creek. It's like a river, you know, the water's a little deep. I'm sinking. I have on a bodycon skirt, which means I cannot move that much. And I'm holding my bag up like this because my purse is in there, my shoes, my, you know, my phone. I'm like, okay, this is not okay. Like, we cannot go out like this. So I'm like, okay, all right, Blair, man up. What you about to do? So I'm in this water. I have to step and do high knees because I can't sink. I can't go down. And I'm like, this is really crazy. Like, if I scream, who is going to hear me? Like, this is basically the middle of the night. And they're like, what were you thinking? But it was dark and I didn't know, right? So I decide, okay, this is not how I'm going to die. I'm not going to be like that. Listen, this is not an episode of Taken. My dad already let me know, Blair, if something happens to you, we love you. I'm like, I understand. I'm not gonna get taken at, you know? But it's like, this is not time. This is not time to get taken. So I'm over there and I was down, right? I'm in the sinking sand. It was mud. So I started doing high knees and I looked up and it was almost like a little hill. On the daylight, it probably wasn't that bad. But in this moment, I'm like, what am I about to do? So I had to army crawl up the hill. So, like I said, I have the clothes. I have my purse on my elbow. I'm in this outfit, thinking I'm cute. But at this point, I'm trying to stay alive. So, I had to use all of my strength and my ab support, you know, everything. That's a whole nother story. But I had to army crawl to the top of this hill. And I did it. I will say it's like adrenaline. It was the grace of God, but I made my way out of the ditch, out of the water, barefoot. And when I got to the top of the hill where the fence was, I could not get in. There was no way for me to get into this fence. And it was actually like a little gate. And I'm like, Wow, what were you thinking, Blair? What were you thinking? Like, this gate? So there was about this much space from the gate, like this much space from the gate and the floor. And you know what's gonna happen? I had to slide my purse under that gate, friends. I had to basically limbo it, like how low can you go, and scoop my body underneath that fence. And this was not cute. Like, there was a gratefully and thankfully there was some street lights so I could see. I'm about to have a tear. But I was able to army crawl underneath this fence. And when I got out, I looked around like, is there anybody out here? And, you know, I was still down the street from where I lived. So at this point, I was back in the court where the actual campuses were. I dusted the front of my skirt off. My entire backside was covered in mud and water from me sliding across the ground, army crawling. I put my shoes back on and I walked to my house. Let myself in. I took some photo evidence of my shoes, my bag, my skirt, because I'm like, my family's not going to believe this. Like, this is too crazy. And I lived to see another day. But that is part 1 of how your sis almost died. What was I thinking? Amelia. It's the Amelia series. I just want to tell you guys, if you ever think that you can cross a small, like I said, emphasis on small, a small creek, don't do it. Don't do it. Couple things. 1, you do not know how deep it is. 2, sinking sand mud is a thing. It's real. I'm a witness, okay? And number 3, just don't. Pay attention. Don't get off at the wrong stop in another country. This is not taken. This is not cute. Do not. Oh, the stress. You see, I'm over here. It's okay. But I'm alive, clearly. I live to tell it. But that is part 1 of the series of the story time. So hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow all social media. And that's it, guys. Have a great day.